Hey guys, let's get more news from Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Chicago Bears, Justin Fields linked to struggling QB-needy AFC franchise in one stupefying trade proposal. The Chicago Bears seem to have a decision to make soon on quarterback Justin Fields. They have an option to shop him, and if they do, the Bears should be ready to field several suitors. The Pittsburgh Steelers could be an interested party in Fields, as they are viewed as a QB-needy franchise even though they still have Kenny Pickett. For Brent Sobleski of Bleacher Report, the Steelers should definitely try to go after Fields by using their 20th pick in the upcoming 2024 NFL Draft. The Pittsburgh Steelers should have no hesitancy flipping this year's 20th overall draft pick to the Chicago Bears for Justin Fields. Pick your jaws off the floor. What are the Steelers seriously losing? A potential offensive lineman with that selection? Quarterback is far too important to waste away another season with subpar options. It's hard to feel comfortable about the QB situation in Pittsburgh. Although they made the playoffs last season, they started Mason Rudolph in the wildcard round against the Buffalo Bills. Mason Rudolph. And that's despite Kenny Pickett being healthy enough to play in that game. That the Steelers chose to go with Rudolph can be interpreted as an indictment of how little belief is there for the Steelers in the former Pittsburgh Panthers star. Pickett is signed through the 2025 NFL season with a fifth-year option still available. As for Justin Fields, his deal with the Chicago Bears will expire after the 2024 season. The Steelers can realistically have both Pickett and Fields on the roster in 2024, but that's a scenario that, at the moment, is a remote possibility, with neither Pittsburgh nor the Bears showing any concrete trade plans centered on Fields. Justin Fields is a hot topic of conversation as the NFL offseason ramps up. The Chicago Bears have a decision to make at quarterback. They own the number 1 and number 9 overall picks in the 2024 NFL Draft, giving them a chance to take one of the top-tier QB prospects, USC's Caleb Williams, UNC's Drake May or LSU's Jaden Daniels, plus another highly ranked player. If they take a quarterback with the top pick, it would make sense to trade Fields and get assets in return to continue the franchise's rebuild. They could also keep Fields and use the number 1 and number 9 picks to build a better offense around him. The Steelers becoming the betting favorite for Fields is not a surprise when you consider what ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter said Monday on the Pat McAfee Show. Former Steeler Ryan Clark addresses ESPN situation. Former Pittsburgh Steelers Super Bowl champion Ryan Clark has been a prominent face on ESPN for over 3 years now. At this point, there aren't many shows he hasn't appeared on, and most news cycles he hasn't voiced an opinion to. But his time with the worldwide leader in sports may be coming to an end. Clark tweeted that his contract with ESPN is about to expire and that he is preparing himself as if he'll be moving on. 3 years ago I signed an extension with ESPN. I was so grateful for more time. I excited to prove I was worth more, felt I deserved more. We disagreed, and that's okay, Clark wrote. I set out on a mission to leave no doubt, and all conversations about who I was in this business. I added, the pivot. Can't wait for our second season of Inside the NFL. I knew it would take effort. I knew that effort didn't promise results, but I dug in. Here we are now. The season is over. The deal is up. Time to make a decision. Either way it goes. The mission don't change. I want to be the best doing it. Everyone should. I'm more motivated today than ever. I'm still the same #undrafted free agent. Clark will likely be viewed as one of the top names on the analyst market once his contract expires. He'll likely continue to ramp up the pivot and explore other options, with top companies likely to call. Ryan Terry Clark, born October 12, 1979, is an American former professional football player who was a safety in the National Football League, NFL. He played college football for the LSU Tigers, and was signed by the New York Giants as an undrafted free agent in 2002. Clark also played for the Pittsburgh Steelers and for the Washington Redskins. He won a Super Bowl ring with the Steelers in Super Bowl 43, and made a Pro Bowl in 2011. Clark has a sickle cell trait condition which made it dangerous for him to play at high altitudes, such as in Denver, Colorado. Clark was born in Marrero, Louisiana. In 1997, he graduated from Archbishop Shaw High School. At Louisiana State University, Clark started 36 consecutive games for the LSU Tigers football team. In 2000, he was selected to the All-SEC second team by the league's coaches. Clark ranked third on the Tigers in 2001 with 88 tackles, including 63 solo, and also intercepted 3 passes. He recorded 5 tackles, including a 13-yard sack, in the Sugar Bowl and was LSU's Special Teams Player of the Year in 1998. Kirk Cousins keeping an eye on Steelers' QB situation. With a little less than a month until the new league year begins in the NFL, the next few weeks will be filled with speculation. Specifically for the Steelers, the speculation will be centered around the quarterback position and who they'll acquire. Chicago Bears quarterback Justin Fields' most likely landing spot is Pittsburgh, according to several major sportsbooks. And now, a multiple-time Pro Bowler enters the mix. While speaking on 93.7 The Fan in Pittsburgh, Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio said that if Pittsburgh has any interest in signing Kirk Cousins, that interest may be reciprocated. I was talking to some people last week who seemed to be intrigued by the possibility of the Steelers making a play for Kirk Cousins, Florio said. And those people are very close to, if not within, the Kirk Cousins camp. There's an acknowledgement that it could happen. The Falcons and the Steelers are the two teams that I think the Cousins camp is keeping an eye on. Obviously this is all hearsay, and we won't know how serious Cousins is about his interest in Pittsburgh until he inks a new deal. It is something to keep an eye on. The biggest pushback from fans on signing Cousins is the cost. His market value, according to Spotrac, is at $39.3 million, which would rank 11th amongst quarterbacks. If you go cheap for a veteran quarterback in today's NFL, you get what you pay for. The Steelers have the ability to free up more than $40 million in cap. Plus, should they sign Cousins to a deal matching his market value, a chunk of that can be included as a signing bonus, keep more cap space free. Should Pittsburgh sign Cousins, he could end up being what Matthew Stafford has been for the Rams. The Steelers were a 10-win team with arguably the worst quarterback room in football. Someone like Cousins, who was having the best season of his career before getting injured, could take the Steelers to that next level. And in the AFC, you aren't going anywhere without a quarterback. While all the smoke is currently leading back to Justin Fields, Cousins is the best option. And you fan, what do you think of the Kirk Cousins situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.